Hello everyone. So before solving exercise 8.2, we need to prove a theorem which is called midpoint theorem. The statement of this theorem says that the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. Okay, suppose if we have a triangle, look, like this, A, B and C. Okay, if this is a triangle and a line joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, okay, so DE is a line which is joining the midpoints, means D is midpoint of AB and E is midpoint of AC. So the line DE joining the midpoints of two sides, so this line is parallel and half of the third side, means what we need to prove here to prove is that DE, it is parallel to BC and also DE is equals to half of BC. Okay, so let us prove this. So for proving we need to do a construction here. So what is the construction? That construct, so in construction part what we will write, we will extend DE to point F. Okay, we will construct DE to point F such that DE is equals to EF. Okay, so now we will extend this line to F. This is the F point. Okay, point F. So DE will be equals to EF and then we will join CF. Okay, so here we have extended the line DE to point F such that DE is equals to EF. Okay, now whenever two lines intersect each other, their vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so from here we can say that, look, in triangle ADE and triangle CEF. Okay, so in these two triangles we have constructed DE is equals to EF. So here DE is equals to EF by construction. Okay, then AE is equals to AC. AE is equals to CE. Okay, because E is midpoint of AC. Okay, and angle AED is equals to angle CEF. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Now we have three reasons, so we can say that triangle ADE is congruent to triangle, look, here is angle A, then it is CFE. Okay, by SAS congruency criteria. So if these two triangles are congruent, these two triangles, we can say that this angle is equals to this one. Okay, so by CPCT we can say that angle DAE is equals to angle FCE. Okay, by CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangles. Now look, if alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that CF is parallel to AD. Okay, so by this CF is equals to AD and CF is parallel to AD. Okay, by alternate interior angles we can say that CF is parallel to AD, and by CPCT, this is by CPCT. Okay, but we know that AD is equals to BD because D is midpoint of AB. Okay, so from these two we can say that CF is equals to BD. Okay, now look, this CF is equals to BD and also it is parallel to, and also CF is parallel to BD. Okay, so if one pair of side is equal and parallel, then a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Because here BD is equals to CF and also BD is parallel to CF. So it is equal and parallel both. Then we can say that parallelogram means quadrilateral BCFD is a parallelogram. Okay. Now look, if this is a parallelogram, then we can say that BC is equals to DF and it is also parallel to DF. Okay. So here we will write, therefore BC is equals to DF and BC is parallel to DF. Okay, so if the whole line is parallel to any line, then its part is also parallel to that line. Okay, this you have learned in Euclid's geometry class 9. Okay, so here we can say that DE is also parallel to BC. So this gives, here I will write, this gives DE is parallel to BC. Okay, now look, E is the midpoint and we have constructed that DE is equals to EF. So here I will write, look, BC is equals to DF. Now in place of BC, no, in place of DF, can we write 2 into DE? Because this is also DE and this is also equals to DE. So whole DF will become 2DE. So I will write here BC is equals to 2DE. Okay, and this gives us DE is equals to half of BC. Okay, so what is the conclusion that we have proved? That if a line passing through two midpoints of a triangle, then it is parallel to the third side and also it is the half of the third side. Okay, DE is parallel to BC and DE is half of BC. Okay, now let us solve a question to memorize this theorem more easily. Okay, so here is the first question of your exercise. So in this question, this ABCD is a quadrilateral, but PQRS are the midpoints of these sides. Okay, now we have to prove this SR is parallel to AC and also SR is half of AC. So first of all, let me draw this diagram in our copy. Okay, so this is question number first. Here look, first of all we have to prove that this SR is half of AC. So we have just learnt about midpoint theorem, but for that we need a triangle. So let us take out a triangle from this given figure. So we have in triangle ADC. Okay, now ADC, this is our triangle. So in triangle ADC, S and R are midpoints of side. Look, first we have written S, so S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of CD respectively. Okay, so now look at the figure ADC. Here by midpoint theorem we can say that by midpoint theorem we can say that SR is parallel to AC and also SR is half of AC. Okay, so this is the first thing that we have all proved by using midpoint theorem. Okay, now we have to prove this SR is equals to PQ. For that we need to take this triangle also, that is triangle ABC. So consider this as our first equation. Now in triangle ABC. Okay, so in triangle ABC, P and Q are midpoints of sides AB and BC respectively. Okay, these are the midpoints of side AB and BC respectively. So by midpoint theorem, look, after midpoint theorem you have to write the statement. What does the midpoint theorem says? Okay, so by midpoint theorem we can say that this PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is half of AC. This is our second equation. Now look, it is also equals to half of AC and PQ is also equals to half of AC. So we can say that PQ is equals to SR. Okay, so from first and second, what we have that this PQ is parallel to SR. Okay, because look, PQ is also parallel to AC and SR is also parallel to AC. So PQ is parallel to SR. Also PQ is equals to SR. Okay, so second we have proved. Now third part is that we have to prove that PQSR is a parallelogram. So in quadrilateral PQRS, okay, in this quadrilateral we have PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equals to SR. So if one pair of side of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, okay, then quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, so it is proved. What we have applied? We have just applied a midpoint theorem. So first of all we have this triangle. So S and R are the midpoints. So SR is equals to half of AC and it is parallel to AC. Now we have taken this triangle. So here also this PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is half of AC. Now both these lines are parallel to AC. So these two lines will parallel to each other also. Also these two lines are equals to half of AC. So both of them are equal. And if one pair of side is equal and parallel both, then we can say that it is a parallelogram. Okay, let's solve next question also. So here is the second question, in which we have given that ABCD is any rhombus in which PQRS are the midpoints of the given sides. Okay, we have to show that the quadrilateral joining all the midpoints is a rectangle. Okay, so to prove it as a rectangle, we need to prove its opposite sides are equal, so that PQ is equals to RS and PS is equals to QR, and one of its angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay, this is what we have to prove. So now let us prove that. Look, first of all we need to prove the sides equal and parallel. So first of all we have to part it in triangles. So this is our first triangle, A, D and B. So PS are the midpoint, so we can apply midpoint theorem. So first of all I will take in triangle ADB. Okay, so P and S are midpoints of sides. Look, P is the midpoint of side AB and S is the midpoint of side AD. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, we can say that this PS is parallel to DB BD and PS is equals to half of BD. Okay, I hope this you can get easily, because P and S are midpoints and we are just applying the midpoint theorem. Okay, now let us take this triangle which D, B and C. So in this triangle P, Q and R are the midpoints. So let us write that in triangle B, D and C. Okay, in this triangle Q and R are midpoints of sides. Look, Q is the midpoint of BC and R is the midpoint of CD. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, we can say that this QR is parallel to BD and QR is half of BD. Okay, so this is our first equation and this is our second equation. So by these two, from first and second, we can say that this PS is parallel to QR. Okay, because both of them were equals to BD, and also we can say that this PS is equals to QR because both were equals to half of BD. Okay, so one side we have proved that opposite pair is equal. Now we will prove this PQ is equals to SR. So for that we need to take this triangle, that is ABC, and then we will take triangle ADC. Okay, so let us write that in triangle ABC. Okay, so in triangle ABC we have P and Q are midpoint of sides. P is midpoint of side AB and Q is midpoint of side BC. So by midpoint theorem, we can say that that PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is half of AC. Okay, so consider this as our third equation. Now look, in triangle ADC, so in this triangle S and R are midpoints of sides. So look, S is the midpoint of side AD and R is the midpoint of side CD. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, we can say that this RS is parallel to AC and also RS is equals to half of AC. So this is our fourth equation. Now this PQ and RS both were equals to half of AC, then they will be equal to each other. So we will take from third and fourth. What the conclusion that we have? PQ is parallel to RS and PQ is equals to RS. Okay, now we have both pair of opposite sides are equal. Okay, both pair of opposite sides are equal. Now we have to prove one of its interior angles is 90 degree. Okay, one of its interior angle is 90 degree, means either we will prove angle P is equals to 90 degree or Q or any of them. So first look here, name these points as M and this as N. Okay, this point is M and this point is N. So we have a quadrilateral M, P, N and O. Okay, so in quadrilateral M, P, N, O. Okay, so let us write in quadrilateral M, P, N and O. Okay, so in this quadrilateral we have MP is parallel to ON. Why? The reason will be because look, PS is parallel to BD and MP is a part of PS and ON is a part of BD. So if the lines are parallel, then their parts are also parallel. I have already told you that. So look, these two are parallel to each other. Also look, in this quadrilateral we have PN is parallel to ON. Why? Because PQ is parallel to AC. Okay, so same statement that if lines are parallel, then their parts are also parallel to each other. Now if both pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is parallel, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So here we can say that MPNO is a parallelogram. Okay, now look, if this is a parallelogram, then their opposite angles are equal, means angle MON is equals to angle MPN. Okay, so if this is a parallelogram, therefore we can say that angle MON is equals to angle MPN. opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. Okay, now but we know that diagonals of rhombus intersect or bisect each other at 90 degree. Okay, so then we can say that angle MON is equals to 90 degree. Therefore angle MPN is also equals to 90 degree. Okay, now look, we have both pair of opposite sides are equal, that is PS is equals to QR and PQ is equals to RS, and one of its angle is 90 degree. Hence quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram and it is a rectangle. Okay, so you have to write this: if both pair of opposite sides are equal and one of its interior angle is 90 degree, hence PQRS is a rectangle. So this is the statement that you have to write in last. Okay, so let us prove one more question using this midpoint theorem. After that we will discuss the converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, so let us solve the next question, question number 3 of your exercise 8.2, which says that ABCD is a rectangle. Similar to question number 2, we have the midpoints of all the sides and we have to show that the lines joining the midpoints forms a quadrilateral and that quadrilateral is a rhombus. So let us solve this question also. So we have ABCD is a rectangle, it is given in question, and what we have to prove that PQRS is a rhombus. So to prove PQRS is a rhombus, we can prove PQ is equals to QR is equals to RS is equals to PS, means all of the sides are equal in rhombus. Okay, so let us prove this by using midpoint theorem. It is quite easy. First of all, we will take this triangle, that is ADC, then we will take triangle ABC. Okay, so let us write in triangle A, B and C. So in this triangle we have P and Q are midpoints. So P and Q are midpoints of side AB and BC. Okay, so what conclusion we have from midpoint theorem here? From midpoint theorem we can say that PQ is equals to half of AC. Also PQ is parallel to AC. Okay, now we will take just opposite, consider this as our first equation. Now we will take just opposite triangle, which will be in triangle ADC. Okay, so in this triangle R and S are midpoint of sides. First of all we have written R, so it is midpoint of CD, and S is midpoint of AD. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, what we can say? We can say that this RS is equals to half of AC and RS is parallel to AC. Okay, so this is our second equation, and from first and second. Okay, so here we can say that PQ is equals to RS. Okay, and PQ is parallel to RS. So this is our third equation. Okay, now we will take these two triangles. So first one will be ADB and second one will be BCD. Okay, so let us write in triangle BAD. That is bad. In triangle BAD, look, in these two triangles we have P and S are midpoints of side AB and AD. Okay, so same by MPT, that is midpoint theorem, we can say that this PS is equals to half of BD and PS is parallel to BD. Okay, now we will take last triangle. So this is our fourth equation. Okay, this is our fourth equation. So in triangle BCD, look, R and Q are midpoint of sides. So R is the midpoint of side CD and Q is the midpoint of side BC. So same method will be same by MPT, that is midpoint theorem. Okay, what we can say? We can say that this QR, okay, QR is equals to half of BD, and also QR is equals to, no, QR is parallel to BD. Okay, so this is our fifth equation. Now this, from fourth and fifth, we can say that this PQ is PS is equals to QR. Okay, so from fourth and fifth we can say that PS is equals to QR. So this is our sixth equation. But we know that, what we know, that ABCD is a rectangle. Therefore its diagonals are equal, because diagonals of parallelogram are equal. No, diagonals of rectangle are equal. Therefore diagonals of rectangle are equal. Okay, so we can say that AC is equals to BD. Now this will be our seventh equation. So look, from third, sixth and seventh, from third, sixth and seventh, look, this is third. Okay, so in place of AC we can write BD also. So this PQ is equals to RS, and it is also equals to this PS and QR, means all of the sides are equal. So this we will write here that PS is equals to QR is equals to PQ is equals to RS. So if all sides of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rhombus. Therefore PQRS is a rhombus, and this is what we have to prove. Okay, so I think we have learned enough in this video. So in next video we will solve, firstly we will prove converse of midpoint theorem, and then we will solve the questions related to that theorem. Okay, so that you will be able to understand that theorem easily. Okay, I hope you all get this. Thank you.